part too, y'all.
Let me ask then: does anybody else on the panel think that the body count, the hot girl summer, the taking these trips, to manipulating men, the things that we named, do those things not also speak to your character? Or are we trying to say that those things are just seasonal based on what you were doing? Or do you have to add those up just like you add on your accomplishments? Anybody can answer.
I believe that it does speak to your character or what your character was back then. It doesn't speak to what your character is at this present time. And let's use myself for an example. When I first came on, it was, nah, I ain't doing this for a nigga. I ain't doing that for a nigga. As you grow and you learn things, your character changes. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anybody
Yeah,
else?
I agree.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. Everything that you do in life, every move that you make is telling of your character and who you are as a person. But there has to be, along those lines, some grace granted for, like, you ever see those like Facebook posts where people are like, I hate the person that I was in 2009 and 2008 making all of these crazy ass Facebook posts.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You know what I mean? You have to accept it for what it is. I'm not the same person that I was. I don't have the same mind that I had, then or whatever. You consider who I am now and where I'm going and the things that I offer for the future, as I mentioned before. But it definitely speaks to your character for sure. But people also can grow and change too.
I always thought about that, Dana. I don't know if people change.
I feel like people can grow. They don't change. You're right.
Okay. I feel like people can mask, like you can mask some behaviors and control them, but I feel like it's still you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's also like an interview. You're not gonna go in there and they're like, "How do you handle conflict?" And you're like, "I tell them to their face what they need to
windows."
Know. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna try to say something that feels good to them. You're not gonna really tell the truth. I mean, it's like an interview, so I don't know. You're not gonna just list out all the.
Said if they asked the question, you was gonna be honest.
I said 9 times out of 10, but they didn't have to ask
shit like that.
All over the place. She said, "I'm gonna be honest sometimes, depending on the question."
Oh, okay. I missed that part. Sorry.
It's crazy as hell, man. Miss Nay, what you think? Do you call men fragile, or is it more what Kev said when men are being wise if they don't want a promiscuous woman?
Well, I honestly think men can be overly emotional. They can be. I don't know if I would necessarily say fragile. That's a tough one. Yeah, I don't think that they're being fragile. I think that they may be being cautious, yeah. But I think that men, to Asia's point, they can't always handle the truth of things. So that, to her, she would look at that as being fragile. I'm like, it's an emotion. Men can't handle it the same way we can handle you telling us the truth of something. So I think it's different. When you tell a man something, they're like, yeah, oh no. They're looking at you a little bit off. And so that, to you, I guess that would be them being wise, but they're just overly emotional. Maybe I won't say fragile, just overly emotional.
And I want to be very clear. I never said men are fragile. I said their ego. The ego. If you're going, and the men in the chat, if you're going to quote me, I said the fragile male ego, not men are fragile. And because I'm making sure I'm making it clear their ego is, because we all have an ego, but some are a little bit more inflated than others. So that's what I'm referring to, not men themselves being fragile.
Well, how important is a man's ego?
When it's over, say it again.
Go ahead. No, I was saying anybody can. Go ahead.
Oh, no, anybody can answer. Go ahead.
I think we both have fragile egos when it comes to certain things. Men do have fragile egos when it comes to knowing body counts and what we've done in the past. Like I said, they may not ask. They may say, fuck it, I'm just going to accept it. She sucks my dick well. I don't know how she knows how to do it. Whatever. But we're the same way when it comes to asking, a man about, I don't know, his income or whatever. We're the same way. We want to know how you making your money. We don't you know, depending on where we are, we might not in life, we may not accept, you know, somebody to be like, I'm a drug dealer. You what? I can't date you. You did, even though, you know, whatever he's doing, he's making money and, you know, providing, but we don't want to accept that. So I think that we both, when it comes to certain things, our egos tap in, and it gets overinflated.
Okay.
I disagree with that part. Only because I
Go
feel
ahead,
like
Nick.
there's women
agree
that
with
will
that
be
too.
supporting a man.
Yeah.
There are a lot of women out there that will support a man. He'd be laying up on your couch, you still paying the bills for that man. So I would disagree with that part. And I won't lie. Have I done that before? Yeah. But there are a lot of women that will do that. They don't even look at the fact that, oh, well, he's making less money.
Yeah,
like to that point, we talking about bus drivers. Oh, I ain't gonna date a bus driver. There are some women out there that will. So yeah, I would disagree with that part. I don't think that's ego.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, the most of the couches that he laying on, the woman ain't paying them bills either, and we know why.
Because she want government assistance.
Yeah, come on, man.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him.
Matter of fact, I'm about to go lay on the couch. I'm paying them motherfucking bills now that I think about it. Okay, man. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. So, I got one more question I want to ask. Then I'm gonna drop the link in the chat for the fellas come up. If you got questions, comments, or smoke. All right, questions, comments, or smoke. The ladies ain't scared of you niggas. So it is what it is, right, Tay?
Damn right.
Shit like that.